Skiplagged, which if you don't know what this is, I know what this is because I travel for a living. Skiplagging, also known as hidden city ticketing, is when an air traveler buys a ticket for a flight with a layover before the final destination and then departs at the layover airport. Say you're going from New York City and you want to go to Miami because it's summer and then nightclubs. I'm gonna do fucking cocaine, take fucking bath salts. I'm gonna fight an alligator and I probably won't come home. But then you're like, dude, tickets to Miami are so much money. How am I gonna fight alligators on bath salts? I can't afford that. And then Skiplagged goes, dude, you're a fucking idiot. This is what you do. You buy a ticket to Shitfuckville, the USA, and then it has a layover in Miami, right? You buy a ticket to like Huntsville, Alabama, where nothing good has ever happened. But they go, oh, we don't have direct flights to Huntsville because who the fuck ever wants to fly direct there or there ever? Then you go to Miami and then Huntsville. But instead, you're like, dude, stupid Huntsville, I'm not going to you. I'm going to Miami to fight an alligator. And then you just get off the plane in Miami. Done. And then an empty seat goes to Huntsville, which is just as good as a seat with a human in it because nothing good's ever happened in Huntsville. So no one might as well go there instead of someone. The only trick to pulling off the trick is you can't check luggage because your luggage goes to the final destination. So you get a ticket to, Miami to fight alligators, but then your final destination is Huntsville. Your suitcase is going to end up in Huntsville where a bunch of backwater hillbillies are going to dig through it and then curse the technology that's in it because a lot of them have never seen laptops. So they're just like, what is this? And then they'll see like a camera and then the click button and they'll go, it stole my soul. And then they'll bash it with rocks or whatever technology they do have down there. You don't want to check your stuff. So that's the only thing. You have to go somewhere where you're basically with a carry-on or like a under your seat thing. That's the most you can travel with in order to do. So that's the one snag. Airlines hate Skiplagged because it's not illegal, but it goes against their policies of ripping you off. So when you find a way to get somewhere cheaper, oh my God, they lose their shit. So they've started changing, the language in their if we catch you doing this, you won't get miles for the flight, or they'll ban you from the airline forever. It's fucking pouty ass. We don't want you traveling in the exact way we say it's okay for this much money. So they've kicked people off or they'll detain people at a gate and they'll be like, is this your final destination? I'd be like, it is now. I would just lie, but they get so mad. So I encourage everyone to do it, even if you don't have to. I think we should all use Skiplagged as our primary method of getting around. So there can just be empty seats heading to cities that no one wants to go to anyway. That should be how we all fly. For anyone listening going, yeah, but the rules are the rules. Airlines change the rules every 10 hours. They will all of a sudden decide that your miles and points don't mean what they did last year. You can get less points now per dollar spent, and then a better way to accrue more points is to get the fucking Delta credit card. It's just, the whole thing is a giant scam to begin with. So scam the scammers. Fuck them. Fuck every airline and rip them off whenever you can. Get all the free stuff you can. Complain all the time. Always complain. Always call customer service anytime anything goes wrong, and get any amount of anything coming your way, because they will do it, usually to get you off the phone. Because if you have a job like mine where you make your own schedule, you can clear your afternoon to call customer service and not leave them alone until they give you 1,000 miles or half a refund or meal vouchers or whatever. Anytime anything goes wrong, I'm like, give me something. And they usually do. They usually give you something back. Okay, fine. Maybe the time spent trying to get something back is like, are you really getting anything? Because I'm getting my fucking rage against corporations out of me. And then I'm getting sometimes $100 travel voucher, 1,000, 1,500 miles or whatever. Those things sort of add up. I've traveled to places for free because I've been able to complain my way into it. This flight was delayed 3 hours. The Wi-Fi didn't work. The TV doesn't work. Complain. They'll give you shit. They have they have them itemized. If this doesn't work, they'll give you X amount of miles. So yeah, Skiplagged is not illegal. And I think the airlines have tried to sue individual people. It's insane. There's no amount of money that's enough for them. So they have to wring out every last dollar you have. And then when you try and find a workaround, even if it's innocent enough. You're like, I just want to get to the city and there were no flights. They're like, you're banned from our airline. Fuck off. Tell everyone about Skiplagged, skiplagged.com. Go use it. Do what they don't want you to do.